My name is William Knight, and I'm from Columbus, Georgia. Well, I always grew up going to the beach with my family. So we used to go to Mexico Beach, and the ocean always had a place in my heart. And I had a lot of loss over a short amount of time, about a year time frame. So I spent a lot of my life partying and, doing drugs and being around the wrong people. And those things sort of came to a head and took away all the people I was closest to. That's who I was partying and living that lifestyle with. So my mom, a lot of my friends, and my grandma, all in a short amount of time passed away. I didn't want to be there anymore. I no longer wanted to be be a functional addict messed up dream I used to have. It passed away with them, and I saw that was not a realistic goal. So I was like, where do I go? I like the ocean. There's nothing holding me here anymore. I got to get out of this town, and I was able to, and I came here. I was just I got to Panama City, and I sort of meandered up and down the beach for a while. So I left all the hard drugs back in my old life, but I was like, I can still drink, So I was trying to still be a functional alcoholic, and it wasn't working out. I was getting nowhere. I was just wandering the beach, up and down Front Beach, until I got too tired to keep wandering. And there's a street preacher. I think they call him Wild Bill. He used to drive one of those T-Rex things around, had a big old bulldog. And he was preaching in Pier Park, and I sort of staggered up. I was hurting. I was so sunburned, like Mike always talks about. And I actually walked up on him to sit down and pet his bulldog. A big fat bulldog, and I almost wanted to sit down anyway. He told me about the art, brought me here. There was someone here cooking out a whole bunch of grilled chicken. It was amazing. And there was a few days before I could get in. Tim Gamble actually right off the bat had to make me leave, because I was like, I can't get in the program yet, but I think I can sit here at the smoking table for the next 2 days until it's Monday. And he's like, no, that's not the case. Goodbye. I was like, all right, I'll be back. I came back, and I was able to get in. And it was a bumpy start for a while. I still was drinking. I still just couldn't stop drinking. I had in my head that I could do it and still function well. And it's just not the case. The first time around, another resident saw me. I think I ordered a beer with my lunch at the Banana Pill. And that was just the one I got caught for. I was drinking every day, tracking a bunch of sand. I remember my bunk was super sandy. I'm sure my roommates weren't happy about the amount of sand raining on them. And that was the first time. You gotta leave. Rob likes to talk about that because he was like, what? Why'd you do it? Why'd you drink? He likes my answer was, I guess I wasn't ready for the program, what it has to offer. I'm not taking it serious. He's like, wow, okay, bye. Come back if you're ready to take it serious. I came back in, gave it another shot. I think got in trouble for drinking again, and sort of went out in the world trying to make it as a functional alcoholic. Still broke my leg via alcohol and a fixed gear bike, and couldn't get into the dilapidated RV that I was renting anymore for way too much money. So I called Mike. Hey man, can I come back? And he's like, yeah, come on back. And there's still one more. I still on crutches went out there in the world and stole a golf cart while I was day drinking. And that was the big whammy that put me in jail with this place about to give up on me, or at least I felt. I thought I had finally made some good people, think what I thought of myself which is I'm not worthy of y'all to believe in me. And that felt awful, So I got out of jail, and after a couple more little bumps in the road, they sent me to Center of Hope. I didn't tell my new probation officer I was leaving the state, which is a no-no. So when my counselor there called him after a couple weeks, he was like, what do you mean you're in Alabama, dude? Come back. That's not okay. I won't arrest you if you come back now. I was like, I'm going to jail. Okay, they got me a bus and put me up in one of the studios for the amount of time it was going to take for a transfer. I started moving furniture with Mike Rimmer and just taking it serious, because I appreciated that I had pretty much lost the ability to be here. And sometimes that's what it takes to make you appreciate it. So I got like one more chance to get it right, and I started taking it serious. He's reintroduced me to myself. It showed me who I am and what I'm capable of, and rebuilt my confidence, which was on the floor. It did not exist anymore. There was no confidence. And putting me in situations where I've been forced to learn about socializing, and learn about my fellow man and woman, and learn about myself. Most of all, it's just enough of a bubble for you to really be protected enough from the outside world to do some work, inside, and to take an honest look at yourself. And I've used it. I think I've really utilized it. So Cody was the leader of the men's dorm before me. And him and Rob were sort of real hard-nosed, almost military with Rob, notoriously military, but Cody was very by the book too. And I like how he ran. I saw his work ethic. He's a go-getter. He worked very hard to make the place better. And it was rough around the edges. When I first got here to where it's at now, they really had to do some molding with the rule book. And in some ways, he was a very tough act to follow, but also it's very a God wink thing that he asked me to be the house leader after him, because I have a real different approach. I'm much more laid back. I like to lead by example, and I don't like to throw the rules at anybody if I don't have to. I'll do what you're supposed to do, and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna get along. And it's been a great opportunity, man. I've learned so much about just life and people and love and how to handle stress, patience, a lot of patience, and what it takes to keep a house. It's a lot. At the end of this year, I'm moving out. I'm planning to stay nearby. I might see about the apartments right here that are sort of income based. And I haven't thought too far into it. Since I've been here, I got out of debt, got my license back, and did all those things. And now I'm finally to the part where I'm out of the hole financially, and I'm saving up for when I move out. Financial planning class kind of taught me that essentially what I learned from it in a nutshell is don't lease things. Don't put yourself in someone's pocket to make payment on things if you can't avoid it, because that's where they want you. That's where the machine kind of wants you to get more out of you and keep you stuck there. So that was a very good thing. They have a mountain movers class for moving out, the steps you take when you get out of here, because we've seen a lot of people, I'm ready to go, people get in a hurry. They get a car, and it's like, oh, it's time to go. I got a car, I need a place. That's it. Not everyone takes the time to really work on themselves and to use the place for everything it's worth. And it's still in the making. The classes, the programs to help you get out there on your feet. But this place has grown as much as any of us in here. We've grown side by side with it. And just God's good.